Good day everyone, I am Kitsti Banjala from BSIT4A, ready to help you and teach you on how to create an online and offline database. First, how to create an offline database. In creating offline database, we will be using SUMP and for the Chrome for the local host. Here, so we should open our SUMP and we have to start our Apache and the MySQL. Start. So start na to silang duha. After starting it, we'll proceed to the Chrome, So sa atuang URL, we have to type localhost php myadmin para masulod na to ang gamananan o database which is na siya dito sa Apache and MySQL sa XAMPP to. So click enter and let us wait for a minute. So here we go. Now we are already here at our PHP MyAdmin server. So we have here at the upper left corner, we have here the new. So kani sila mga database ni sila daan. So we have to create our database as we are tasked of. So click new. Then we have here our database name. Example, we have our database Banjala Kits. So the name of the database is Banjala Kits and we have to click create. Database Banjala Kits was created. So nana siya diri sa kilid, no? Muna siya ang mga database nga natin sa kilid. So click Banjala Kits nga database and we have seen here the create table. So example, we have our table name which is Kitsy. And then we have here number of columns which is the fields that we have to produce or we have to create. So we can have 1, 2, 3 or 4 and so on columns. So we just have to use 4. Click go in order to create our table. So here is our table name which is Kitsy. So there is a name, type and land values. Diri na to makita ang atoang fields or the FLD. So sa name na to, example is we have our code number as our first FLD, then first name, then middle name, then last name. Then for our type, code number or the number is an int or integer. Then for our length, we cannot or we are allowed to put or to do not put. So we have here our first name. We have int here, but for that we can use varchar. Varchar is for the characters variables. So same as the middle name varchar and the last name varchar. For our length here, we could only 10, 15, 20, 50 or any. So for my example, I just use 20. Same here, 20 for formality and 20 here. So since code number is an integer, then we have called it the primary key. So para ma-primary key siya, ato i-check box ang auto increment. Checked. And here we can click go and proceed, save the FLD, save the table. After saving, here is our table. This is our table, our database. Inside our database, we have our table named Kitsy. So if we are opening our table, we can see our fields, different fields, 4 fields, which is the code number, first name, middle name, and last name. So Muna siya ang field nga itong na-create. Since we are tasked to create database, nakahimo na tag database which is named Banjala Kits, and the table inside the database which is named Kitsy. And the table contained 4 columns which is the fields, which is code number, first name, middle name, and last name. So for that, this is an example of creating database offline. Since offline naman siya, nagamit siya og XAMPP, which is no need na siya og internet connection since matura dayon ta sa iyang local host PHP my admin.
Second, how to create an online database. Creating an online database, we need to have internet connection. And we will be entering 000webhost.com or another site. By that webhost.com, we will be making a website upon entering the database.
We will go to our Chrome typing 000webhost.com. And then we are entering now the free web hosting, then get to sign in. After clicking the sign in, we are now going to proceed to our login button, and we have just prefer to use or log in with Google, or we are using our Gmail account in order for us to be easier. Then we have to choose my Google account, and let's wait for a minute. Then after that one, we will have going to enter our website. Since I already made my website, we are just going to manage it. Click manage website, since that would be my website in making my database. Banjala1238 is the name of my website. Then click manage website. Then after entering it, there are tools. Choose tools. Then sa tools na I set with address, file manager, click database manager rather. Then we are now entering, I have just created my database last time, so I would like to create my new database. In that one, I am entering database name, database username, and password. Then create. After clicking create, database has been created. Pero wala pa siya nabutang sa ato ang list of database since creating pa siya. So we can see at the right corner, databases.00.webhost.com. Click that one so you can enter this page, the PHP my admin. So we will copy paste our username as our user to log in. Then our password, which is the password you entered a while ago. So after entering the password, click go. As we can see at the upper left corner, our database name. Then we have to create table. Our table name kits. Then the columns and go. After that, we have our fields. So code number, we have our field code number. Then first name, middle name, and last name. For our code number, we have our int or integer, then varchar for the first name, middle name, and last name. Our length is 20, 20, or any length you want. Then since we have our code number as an integer or the primary key, we will have to check the auto increment and click go. And we have to click save. So processing request, and after that, we have now our table. So our table kits. Our table composed of 4 fields or 4 columns. Code number, first name, middle name, and last name. So muna silang upat ang sulod sa atong fields. So if ever we can go to our table nga ma-form siya as table, click the table kits on the upper left corner. So nana siya dira code number, first name, middle name, and last name. So that would be our online databases and how to make it and create it.
Online database is a database accessible from a local network or the internet, as opposed to one that is stored locally on an individual computer. Online databases are hosted on websites, made available as software as a service accessible via a web browser. Now, what are the differences between the local and the online database? Online databases are used by websites and apps to provide data to their users, whatever they are. MySQL localhost is located on your own same computer on which you install it. It can be accessed only on that computer, so online database is a remote database. It could have login or log out, or sign in or sign out, and localhost is a local database that doesn't have any login or log out. Another difference between online and local database: online database are needed of the internet connection, while the local database don't need any internet connection. We just have to open our SOM and go with our localhost PHP myadmin. Hoping you the most knowledge earned by this video. Keep safe and God bless everyone. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel.